A stranger on the phone can empty your bank account, steal your identity, or make you obey orders that should sound impossible. Some of the most effective scams did not need hacking at all. They just needed the right voice and one person willing to believe it. Number 8. Rachel from Cardholder Services robocalls. In November 2012, the FTC put a name on the voice that kept sliding into American phones. Rachel from Cardholder Services was public enemy number 1. You pick up and the recording says it has an important message about your current credit card account. Not a new loan, not a prize, your account. That was the trick. A neutral female voice made an illegal pre-recorded pitch feel like routine servicing, then promised to lower your interest rate if you stayed on the line. Millions of calls went out, including to people already on the Do Not Call registry. The sale behind the script was simpler than the voice made it sound. Pay hundreds, sometimes thousands in upfront fees for supposed interest rate reduction help, then watch the savings vanish. The FTC and its partners moved against 5 robocall operations, including companies in Arizona and Florida. In one related Rachel case, a court found defendants liable for $1.7 million. Rachel sounded boring by design. That was the horror. The next scam did not even need you to pick up. Number 7. Wangiri one-ring callback scams. Your phone rings once from a country code you do not recognize, then dies before your thumb reaches the screen. That tiny absence is the bait. The name is Wangiri, Japanese for one cut, and the machine behind it is simple. Auto dialers spray missed calls across huge phone lists, then wait for the small percentage of people who call back. In 2019, the FCC traced one Mauritania-linked campaign to more than 100 million robocalls targeting American phones. Each screen showed only one mystery number. The system saw a factory. You call back, and the number routes to a premium rate international line. Silence can bill you. A fake hold queue can bill you. A dead recording can bill you while the charge keeps accumulating out of sight. The scammer never has to speak to you because your own curiosity does the work. That is the reversal. No urgent threat, no fake tax agent, no voice in your ear. Just a missed call that makes you feel like you chose the next step. One ring creates the question. The callback creates the meter. The damage begins after the phone goes quiet. Number 6. Vehicle Warranty Robocall Blitz. Worse still, after the callback scam goes quiet, your phone lights up in the kitchen and a recorded voice says your vehicle warranty is about to expire. In May 2009, the FTC moved against a nationwide robocall blitz in the United States that turned a routine car worry into an industrial sales funnel. The calls pushed bogus service contracts, and FTC filings described hundreds of millions of allegedly deceptive calls pouring across the country. The machinery was almost crude by design. Numbers were dialed sequentially by area code and prefix, whether you owned a car or not, whether you were on the Do Not Call registry or not. That was the point. The scam did not need your name, your make, or your mileage. It needed one fear broad enough to fit millions of households. The sudden repair bill, the official sounding final notice, the sense that waiting one more day might cost you. Here, automation stopped fishing for curiosity and started manufacturing urgency at national scale. And once scammers learned that a recorded warning could impersonate authority, the next step was making that authority sound armed, federal, and already at your door. Number 5. Sahil Patel's FBI and IRS extortion ring. But if the last scam made a warranty notice sound official, what happens when the voice on the line says the FBI already has a file on you? Investigators identified Sahil Patel as the ringleader of a fake FBI and IRS extortion operation using India-based call centers to target people in the United States. The script was built to collapse distance fast. Callers posed as federal officials, cited fake case numbers, claimed the target faced arrest or penalties over fabricated crimes, and pushed them toward payment before fear could cool into doubt. The money trail, according to the dossier sourced to FBI New York, ran through prepaid debit cards, the kind victims could buy while standing at retail counters, still listening to a stranger perform authority through a phone. In 2015, Patel was sentenced in Manhattan federal court to 175 months in federal prison and ordered to forfeit $1 million. This was no longer spam noise. It was a call center blueprint for turning government fear into revenue, and the next version would scale that blueprint far beyond one ringleader. Number 4. IRS impersonation mega case from India call centers. And if Patel proved the script could work, Sunny Joshi showed what happened when the script became infrastructure. From 2012 to 2016, prosecutors said call centers in Ahmedabad, India, targeted people across the United States while pretending to be the IRS or United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. The caller did not ask for trust. They manufactured panic. Victims were told they faced arrest, imprisonment, fines, or deportation unless they paid immediately, and the money moved through United States-based mule networks built to wash the proceeds out of sight. On October 27, 2016, the DOJ announced charges against 56 individuals and 5 India-based call centers, with 20 people arrested in the United States that same day. One call center allegedly took $12,300 from an 85-year-old victim in San Diego. In one major case, 24 defendants were sentenced, with money judgments totaling more than $72,942,300. And Joshi alone was held accountable for laundering between $3.5 million and $9.5 million. Treasury cited related schemes at about $272 million and more than 15,000 victims. This was no longer one threatening voice. It was fear on an assembly line. And next, the voice gets personal. Number 3. Dominican Republic Grandparent Scam Network. The next call center had a cleaner hook, a grandchild's voice shaking through static. You hear panic, then you hear a demand. On April 30th, 2024, United States authorities announced charges against a transnational grandparent scam network operating out of call centers in the Dominican Republic. The indictment was unsealed in Newark, New Jersey. Prosecutors charged 16 people, including Juan Rafael Parra Arias, also known as Yofre, Nefi Vladimir Parra Arias, also known as Keko, and Nelson Rafael Gonzalez Acevedo, also known as Nelson Tech. The callers posed as grandchildren, lawyers, court officials, or law enforcement figures. The script was always urgent: a crash, an arrest, a jail cell, a legal disaster, and cash needed now for bail or fees. The operation was structured. Openers placed the call, closers sealed the panic, dispatchers coordinated the pickups, and United States-based couriers collected cash at the door using fake names and fake receipts. Victims were told not to tell anyone because of gag orders or court rules. Hundreds of elderly Americans lost millions because panic was made private. And next, the scam stops asking for money first and starts staging the person themselves. Number 2. Chinese police impersonation cyber kidnapping scams. The phone is in your hands. The camera is pointed at your own face. Maybe you are alone in a hotel room, recording proof of a kidnapping that has not physically happened yet, because the kidnapper is on the line pretending to be Chinese police. Since 2018, this system has targeted Chinese nationals abroad, especially students on campuses in the United States, Canada, and Australia. It starts with something ordinary. You get a call from someone claiming to be a delivery company, then a telecom provider, then the Chinese embassy or consulate, then a police officer who says your name is tied to money laundering, identity theft, or illegal phone activity in China. Now, cooperation means secrecy, isolation, a live webcam, a phone that cannot be put down. In the University of Illinois case reported in August 2023, the student was told a package to China contained fake passports and credit cards. The webcam became the leash. The result was $30,000 gone. Then the staged images go to family in China as ransom proof. And in Utah in 2023, the next step was no longer staged. It was physical kidnapping for hire. Number 1. McDonald's Officer Scott strip search call. April 9th, 2004. A McDonald's in Mount Washington, Kentucky. The manager on duty picks up the phone, and a man calling himself Officer Scott says he is investigating a theft. He tells assistant manager Donna Summers that 18-year-old Louise Ogborn stole from a customer. Then he gives the first order: detain her in the back office. Then the next: search her. Then the next: make her remove her clothes. Each instruction arrives with the same invisible badge, and each one pushes the people in the room further past the last line they thought they had. Over hours, Ogborn is trapped, humiliated, and sexually assaulted by Summers' fiancé, Walter Nix Jr., who later pleads guilty and receives prison time. David R. Stewart is charged in the Kentucky call, tried in 2006, and acquitted. In 2007, a jury awards Ogborn $6.1 million in her civil case against McDonald's. Similar hoax calls had hit restaurants and grocery stores across multiple United States for roughly a decade. The caller never enters the building. He does not need to.